rocking? Is that 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 rocking? Is that
I got to turn my microphone on first, but welcome to the show. And I want to welcome in my podcast co-host, Mr. Cale Hall. Cale, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I see you wearing the Beeve hat.
Yep.
Yeah. Very cool. We've got a lot of things to go over tonight. Got seven games we're going to pick in the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. Jump into those games in a moment, but first of all, it seems like a lot of people have been getting in. We're in the home stretch now, Jackpot. I've gotten messages from people. Did my picks get in? Did this happen? Did that happen? So obviously, we've got some folks that have gotten into the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. The link to get in it is in the show description there. Jackpot's been making videos about it. I mean, it's that time of year, right, Jackpot?
Absolutely. I just got a payment in tonight from Rob, has an SEC bias, and that particular payment into the contest actually put the pot over $2,000. Congratulations! That with a little over 2 days left until the season starts. Got to tell you, a little bit disappointed in that, guys. So hoping we get closer to $3,000, but we need to, continue to share the videos. Continue to tell people about it. They still got 2 more days to get in until the regular contest starts, but they can get in up until kickoff of the games on September 2nd. They're just going to be, somebody gets 4 or 5 of these right, they're going to be behind a little bit, but they can always catch up. It's a long season. I mean, I've seen people fall behind early and catch up. So all is not lost, but you definitely need to get in by that point. And I do want to take a minute, Rob, to read all these names off. So someone they go back and watch the live show, if they're not watching this right now, will hear the name called, if you don't mind. I'm going to do it real quick. These are the folks that are in. This is what we have so far. So we got our sponsor, Dennis Wilson, and the folks from Callaway's as well. Tommy DeMami, Daniel Gregory, Twisted Rooster, Ken Bellinger, The Biscuit, Volunquares, Larry's Losers. Let's say Little Jerry Seinfeld, Dane Roberts, Frank Tradicki, Mr. USC, Troy, Tiger in the Burrow, South Carolina, Malarkey, Learn Sarasota, J Rock, Elijah Allen, Bible Belt Beauties, Bulldog JC, Driller Deep, Roll Tide, Quentin Broom, SEC Dog, Gary Todd, Clemson Dillon, Wilkie, Joe Anders, Kentucky Durbin, Mrs. Kentucky Durbin, Vic Tube, Howard McNair, Carolina Jackpot, Rob Sanders, Big Barney Ross, Rob Sanders' wife, Jay Shipes, BVD, Billy Cole, Pigskin Pete, Hoghead, Bob Rutherford, Berto, Tiger Gerald, Mountain Mama, Justin Hembry, C. Rizzle, Mike Gentry, Kyle Lee, Scott Gentry, Gary Mills, The Comrade, 3130, Nathan Medlin, Bill Muse, Sally Fleming, James Fleming, Gamecock Chuck, Colby Dubose, Ruggs Driving School, Rich Long, James Stone, Ray Mahaffey, Cocky T, Jonathan Caines, Ram Dog, Keith Ramsey, Mike Bridges, Fat Cat 99, Kelly Etheridge, Mama Tori, Brandon Swan, Chris Gentry, Club Bond, Lee Dial, Hunter Dial, Brock Lee, Uncle Rico, Robert Sherbert at Rob Has a SEC Bias.
Jackpot was just rolling them out there. Way to go, buddy. Anyway,
You.
thanks to Calloway's for sponsoring the Calloway's Pick'em Challenge. Buddy Mike Muse will be in it. Billy Muse is already in it too. I mean, it is we appreciate them for sponsoring it. Also, Jackpot. Let's get this out of the way. Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. Fireside chats with Uncle Jackpot. Jackpot, read away.
Okay. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and a Gamecock football team winning a national title walked into a bar. You know that's bullshit. A Gamecock football national title is fantasy. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
A message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. Appreciate Dennis for sponsoring the show. And Jackpot.
Lame as fuck. Anyway, go ahead.
We have a new sponsor tonight, Jackpot. Are you gonna start running your mouth about the new sponsor too? What's up with that?
Why would I start running my mouth about the new sponsor?
Because I was fixing to say the new sponsor. You just
tell me about it. Is it Dick Pills? Is it Dick Pills? Tell me it's Dick Pills.
No, you want to. I pulled my headset out. So hold on. Let me make sure that we get this here.
Is it Dick Trimmers?
No, see that's the goal, is that you want us to get to sponsor Dick Pills on this show. Isn't that what you want? You want to talk about how whatever insert dick pill here and you get a hard penis? That's what you want us to do,
well,
right?
You know that Dowell Loggins has injected liquid Viagra into the Gamecock offense.
Well, they needed some because they've been a limp dick forever. But anyway, shout out to Dennis, who's broken down in Naples. By the way, Billy Cole says he's been infiltrating other channels, pushing the college league, college pick'em. Thank you for that, Billy. That's some
Thank
special
you, Billy
stuff.
Cole. Billy Cole in the trenches doing the heavy lifting.
That's right. All right. So anyway, new sponsor tonight. It is the Basement Bookie. Now, I want to talk to a lot of folks that are, I don't know. Let's talk about the hillbillies from Tennessee for a second. Now, I know the first of the month is coming. You're going to get that government check. Instead of taking it down and just blowing it on whatever, take $10 and you can go to the link that's in the bio there with the Basement Bookie. I'll post it in the chat here shortly. The Basement Bookie is betting advice. So you go and you get 2 free weeks for just watching this show. Yes, it's our gift to you. You can take those $10 and you can get win enough bets that you can fund your crack habit for the entire month. That is what the Basement Bookie offers. It's winners, ladies and gentlemen. You know your ass doesn't know anything about football. And you know what? To go over the top, he's going to give us a special free pick every Wednesday. And I'm going to read it to you from him right now. This is his Wednesday special. The free pick of the week. And by the way, his newsletter is full of nice, colorful language. Let's just leave it at that. It says, take San Jose State plus 30.5 against the USC Trojans. The Spartans will be in the game when the fourth quarter starts. Look for USC to pull away and win 45-31. Don't sleep on the Spartan offense And that Trojans defense, while improved, is still going to suck a dick. So there you go. That is from our sponsor, the Basement Bookie. You can subscribe with the link that's in the bio. You get 2 weeks free. Why not go and get those 2 weeks free now at the start of the season and possibly win yourself some bets? It's not a joke. Go to thebasementbookie.com. I will put it up in the chat room. It's free to subscribe. And if you want to subscribe forever, it's $5 a month. $5 measly, and you can win a good portion of your bets. And here's the best part. You can go with his track record. Since he started the newsletter in March, if you have bet with him, you've won about $4,000 at $100 a bet. So there you go. Basement Bookie.
Very solid.
Yeah, that is very solid. Be sure to check him out. It's $5 to subscribe, but you get 2 weeks free for just watching the show. Very cool, right, Jackpot?
Absolutely. That is, it's like, yeah, that's a great deal.
It's free money, right? There you go. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll present our pick'em sheet. If you haven't gotten into the contest, you need to get into it. We're gonna pick our sheet here tonight, and let's see here. We're gonna go and all right. So there you go. There is the first sheet that is up there. And you go ahead and put your name and all that in there. Mine's easily filled here. First game, Jackpot, I'll let you pick the first game of the season. Navy and Notre Dame in Ireland. Navy in our line is getting 21.5. Which way you rolling,
Okay.
Jackpot?
Okay, so Navy has a new coach, and Navy is also kind of transitioning to a new offense. They're going to be those service academies are going to throw the ball around a little bit more this year. They're not going to be able to. They're not going to be able to run the ball as much because of the new rule changes with the chop blocks. They're cutting out all that stuff. With that being said, Navy was 4-8 last year. They did have some close losses, however. I think they're going to have a little bit of a learning curve transitioning into this new offense as well. Of course, their defense facing quarterback Sam Hartman in his first start for Notre Dame. I think Navy's defensive backs are going to have a tough time with a quarterback like a Hartman because they don't practice against anyone that can kind of even come close to replicating what they're going to face there. Navy did pound the rock for 5.5 yards a carry last year against Notre Dame, which was the highest total that they gave up all season. They were usually around the 3.5 range. However, Navy only threw 13 passes in that game, so that's probably to be expected. These teams have actually met twice in Ireland before. Notre Dame is 2-0 straight up. They're also 2-0 against the spread against Navy, and I like them to cover that number. I think they're going to roll Navy up.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way too. I am in the camp of Navy with that new offense. They're going to be implementing pieces of it, and they promoted their defensive coordinator. I don't know how their defense wasn't very good either. I think it's a big pile of nothing heading over there to Ireland too. So with that, give me Notre Dame to roll. I'll get Notre Dame plus the 21.5. Jackpot.
Now, people remember it in last year's Ireland, in last year's showdown in Dublin, the underdog won straight up. But those two teams were a little bit more evenly matched, I think.
I think so too.
They also ran out of beer. They ran out of beer ran out of Guinness or something in the first half in that game, and then they finally got some Guinness, and so they just decided to give it all away for free because they ran out. That's customer service right there.
Yeah, that's impressive.
There's a long ass line too.
I'm sure it was. The next one game that we have up is UTEP and Jacksonville State. In our pick'em challenge here, Jacksonville State is getting 1.5 at home. Jackpot, which way are you rolling there, sir?
Jacksonville State is okay. Look, UTEP was 5-7 last year. They're returning 8 on offense, 7 on defense. A fourth-year quarterback had some net close losses last year. They're actually leading at UTSA 24-0 at one point in the game, and ended up letting them come back and win. I think UTEP's probably a little bit more of the impressive squad here. You don't really know what you're going to get with Jacksonville State. They were good last year at 9-2, but that was with an FCS schedule. I trust UTEP a little bit more than I trust Jacksonville State here. So I'm going to take the Miners to win that game. I think it'll probably be a close one, but I think they'll cover that.
So UTEP has the majority of their offensive line back. They went 5-7 last year, but it was a lot of close games that they lost. Jackpot mentioned the UTSA game. I think they're going to roll Jacksonville State. So give me UTEP. I think they win by 10 points. I'm going to take UTEP -1.5. Next matchup is UMass and New Mexico State. I'll pick this one first, Jackpot. People think UMass and New Mexico State are the same. Not so much. UMass is a gong show. They've been a gong show for a long time. I think New Mexico State hammers them at home. So give me New Mexico State -8.5.
Yeah, that line has actually dropped down to 6.5 in favor of New Mexico State. And I was looking at it, and I'm like, was somebody injured? I mean, what's going on here? And I can't find anything on that. There's no reason to. Also, weather-wise, it's going to be 96 degrees in Las Cruces, New Mexico on Saturday, and it is in the 70s I say Boston. UMass is pretty close to Boston. I don't think they're going to be used to that or really ready for that. New Mexico State is coached by Jerry Kill, who always has a really, really solid defense. I don't think UMass is going to be able to do much with them. So I'm going to take the Aggies to cover that number. Also, do you know who the starting quarterback is for UMass?
No, educate me.
It is the former Clemson, either second or third string, Tyson Pomachuchu.
Pomachuchu. Yeah.
Yeah, he left Georgia Tech. Now he's ended up there. He's actually from Connecticut, so that works out well for him.
As the wheels turn, my friend.
Hope he does well there. I might have to give the UMass half if he does.
Next matchup is Hawaii and Vanderbilt. Hawaii is getting 17.5 heading into Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
I don't know if Vanderbilt Stadium is going to be remotely done, but my big thing is
Vanderbilt Stadium.
They're remodeling it, and there were pictures of it like a couple days ago, and it looked like they just started. I mean, it was not looking good.
Well, I mean, last year they played Hawaii, and they played on like a middle school soccer field.
Right.
At Hawaii, and it didn't matter. Vanderbilt won 63-10. I think Vanderbilt's going to roll Hawaii. They are, this is a long, long trip to the mainland. It's not like they're just flying to California, to play USC or something. They're flying all the way to Tennessee to play. And also, I reached out to a friend of mine here who's a Gamecock fan that lives over in Hawaii. It's with the Air Force. And I asked him, how's Hawaii looking, and have the wildfires and the bad weather affected the team? And he said, no, it hasn't really affected the team because all that stuff was on the island of Maui, and the University of Hawaii is actually on Oahu. So apparently they're not close together. I thought the whole thing was just kind of connected. At any rate, they still may have family members who are involved in the wildfires in Maui, and kind of may have a little bit of an emotional, not be emotionally into playing a game against Vanderbilt. So I think they're going to get blown out again. Hello.
Hey, man, I'm sorry. My dog screwed everything up. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
All right, good. All right, so anyway,
they get mouth pumped. Moving on.
yeah, moving on. I like Vanderbilt here. I don't know if Hawaii's brain is in that game, to be completely honest with you. So give me Vanderbilt minus 17.5.
Well, if they had a brain, they wouldn't have went to Hawaii to play football. So
Well, that's true. Ohio and San Diego State is our next matchup jackpot. I am taking San Diego State minus 3.5. I just think that line's moved too, but I'm gonna take San Diego State minus 3.5.
yeah. This might be the best actual matchup of the day between some quality teams. I'm going to go on ahead and mess around and take Ohio. Where'd Rob go? Bruh, what's going on here? Did he lose his signal? Anyway, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear Carolina Jackpot? Papa B says Jackpot in charge. You can. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
there he is. He's back. Jeez.
So my new dog, like runs through my cables and like runs up against them and unplugs everything. It's just silly. So there you go.
You know what to stop that?
A bullet.
Do what I started doing. Doing it in a closed room.
Yeah, I need to start doing that.
Yeah, I moved in here. I moved into this man cave because, I couldn't deal with that anymore out there. Ohio, the Bobcats, 10-4 last year, made it to the MAC title game. They returned the Player of the Year on offense from the MAC and quarterback Curtis Rourke, and the MAC Rookie of the Year running back whose name I can't pronounce, but he did pound the rock for 1,100 yards last year. So they're predicted to have their best offense in years. Ohio's always a tough out. I think it's very conceivable they go in there and beat them. San Diego State has also failed to cover in 4 of their last 5 home openers. They have questions on the defensive line, and you've got a running back who can pound the rock like that. I think that Ohio can move the ball on them a little bit. So I'm going to take the Bobcats. Just San Diego State has a new stadium. They just opened it up last year. A 35,000 seater called Snapdragon Stadium.
Nothing wrong with that. All right. Well, the next matchup we have, jackpot, is San Jose State and Southern Cal. By the way, remember the free pick from the basement bookie was to take San Jose State here. The line has moved up. I think it's at like 30, and that's what he's got the line with him. I'm taking San Jose State plus the 27.5 just because I think that offense is going to move the ball a little bit. And I think it'll end up being like 45-20 or something like that. So I'll take the 27.5 in San Jose State. Too big of a line to cover at the beginning of the season.
I've kind of gone back and forth on this one. In opening games like this, I kind of like to roll with the favorites because you just don't know. USC's schedule is really backloaded. They don't play anyone until they get to Notre Dame in the middle of the season. With that being said, San Jose State's leading receiver may be questionable for this game. They only covered 4 games last year. Did make it to a bowl. Their quarterback is decent. They can move the ball a little bit. USC returns at 8 on offense and 9 on defense. That defensive unit that Lincoln Riley promises that thing's going to be shored up. I just don't know. My thing about them is I think they may be looking to make some kind of a statement after dropping the Cotton Bowl to Tulane in the fashion that they did. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to take the Trojans to cover because I think they're going to shut San Jose State down and as much as they can, and I think they're going to be able to put some points up on the board.
All right. Well, that's an interesting thing. They're going against the basement bookie. Look at you. That's good though, because hey, I mean, Jackpot's his own man. Final game: Florida International and Louisiana Tech. I like. The more and more I look at this game, the more and more I like Louisiana Tech. So instead of just thinking about it too much, I'm just going to go with Tech minus 10.5. What do you got, Jackpot?
Okay. Louisiana Tech 3-9 last year. They did have a few close losses. Their starting running back is going to be out in this game. Their backup running back is probable for this game, which means he's injured to some degree, but he's going to be able to play. The more and more I look at this, I think the line favors visiting team in FIU. I don't think Louisiana Tech's a very good team, and I think they're better than FIU, but I don't think they're, 10 points? Yeah, 10 points better. I don't think they're 10 points better than FIU. Going ahead and give me the Panthers.
All right, so there you go. My picks, we'll run through them really quick one more time. Jackpot, I've got Notre Dame, UTEP, New Mexico State, Vanderbilt, San Diego State, San Jose State, and Louisiana Tech. What were yours again? One more time.
I'm taking FIU, Ohio, Vanderbilt, USC, Notre Dame, UTEP, and New Mexico State.
All right, so there you go. So our picks, by the way, if we change our picks, we will note it on the Facebook page. So generally we don't change our picks, but if something happened and I don't know, starting quarterback was out and it was going to throw everything off, we
doesn't matter. All these teams got the same amount of scholarships. They need to cultivate a backup.
Either way, if we decide to change,
when they sat there and whined and cried after we kicked their faces off.
Either way, that's the way it works. So we don't change our stuff. If you want to change, if you want to change yours, change it as much as possible. Any picks submitted after noon on Saturday will not count. So make sure that you get your picks in before noon. Very, very important. When you turn in your picks, it's a timestamp on it.
Well, actually, this Saturday, I'm not, trying to, go over your head here. They should be able to have them in by 2:30.
Right. Yeah. 2:30 is the first game, but whenever the first game kicks off, that's when everything closes. It's okay. So
that would be Notre Dame.
Notre Dame and Navy from Ireland. Once that game kicks off, everything's done. Right, Jackpot? I mean, let's just.
Yeah. You can't change anything after that. We don't, and you can't change a night game after after the noon games kick off, because that just
it doesn't work.
There's principalities in this. DJ Toller says, take the shirt off, Jackpot. No, it's cold in here. Take yours out. Take yours off.
Jesus. Link to join the show is right there. But those are our picks for the first week. And on Sunday, when we do the show, we'll have the leaderboard up and running. We'll find out who did well, who didn't. All of that. Full leaderboard will be up. Those results will be up before we go on the air on Sunday night. So just don't. There are times when I do those late at night. There are times when I do them early Sunday morning. Either way, they're up before the show starts on Sunday. So everybody will know where you are in the Pick'em Challenge. You don't have to email me and message me about that. We'll have them up as soon as we possibly can. There you go.
Papa B says high school games are changed to 8 p.m. kickoffs because of the heat. I'm sure that's doing a lot to help.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not making fun of you from them. Just like, I mean,
is it really cooler at 8 o'clock here in South Carolina than it is at, when they
No,
normally
and I
kick
mean the
off.
thing about it is, I mean these kids, you work up to that. I mean, you work up. They're working up. They're exerting all that energy. I mean that they're making their own bodies hot. It's already hot outside. I don't think it really has that much of an effect on things, but yeah.
All right. Well, we're here with your. If you want to join us, I watched some of the. I don't know if you caught this on Netflix or not, Jack Papa. They did a whole documentary on the Florida Gator teams under Urban Meyer, and watching it, I'm looking at this thing, and it was literally a. Let's how much more can we blow Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer is basically what it boiled down to. There was the matchup there with South Carolina where they got the big field goal block that Ryan Suckup, which I know I'm not trying to piss you off, Jack.
Jarvis Moss.
Jarvis Moss, yep.
Remember the name, yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't watched that yet. I generally stay away from things involving Urban Meyer because I just think he's just a dick.
But someone put this out. There was not much mention of Aaron Hernandez besides Tebow taking the blame for a bar fight in 2007. Not much about the Pouncey twins. Not much about Cam Newton stealing a laptop. Nothing about Percy Harvin attacking the wide receiver coach. Nothing about Carlos Dunlap being arrested before the 2009 SEC championship game. Shelly Meyer's 911 call and Urban Meyer going to the hospital with chest pains.
Who the hell is Carlos Dunlap?
Yeah, he was down. He was a big defensive end for them.
I don't remember him. Does he mention Zach? Is Zach Smith mentioned in the document?
No Zach Smith.
He was a graduate assistant there.
None of that. It was
he's probably pretty irrelevant.
If you're a Florida fan, then it was like porn to you. It was like, oh my God, remember when we were relevant and we were beating the shit out of people? But when I watched it, I was like, man, South Carolina had some really good teams under Spurrier. In his first year, he beat Urban Meyer straight up at home, where their offense was basically throw the ball to Sidney Rice. We don't have anything else, but we're going to throw the ball to Sidney Rice, and it worked. And they managed to beat them down there at Williams-Brice. And then the walk field goal game, they were right there. I mean, they went toe-to-toe with them in the swamp. And if it weren't for the block field goal, which Suckup is still kicking in the NFL, by the way, they would have Gamecocks would have won that game. I mean, that's some of the stuff
I remember that vividly. I had gotten divorced, not maybe just earlier that year, so I was in my apartment, and I wanted to cut my wrist with a knife. I saw that. I mean, it was just like what else? The chicken curse. I don't know. I think it may be real.
Anyway, but yeah, it was interesting. If you're into that kind of thing, and I mean, they had some good footage, they had good interviews, and it was like Tim Tebow talking about, you can't imagine the pressure that I was under. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Stop it. I mean, ridiculous on that front. And then
you don't think you was under pressure?
It's just whining about it now, 10 years later, no one gives a shit. You were everybody's favorite thing ever, and that's still the way you are now. But Brandon Spikes was interesting because they talked about how him and Tebow got into it. And I wish they would have gotten more into that, because if Tim Tebow tried to square up on Brandon Spikes would have killed him at midfield and not cared. That would have been some interesting television. So there's that too. But anyway, watch that. It's kind of worth your time. Roll Tide said, Rob, is it better than the documentary on Manziel? Look, I feel different about the documentary on Manziel because I think that Manziel legitimately has issues with depression, and I think he has issues with drugs. So for me, it's more of a like that one. I walked away from it feeling like
What at the
just
beginning
dirty.
of the I haven't watched all that Johnny Manziel thing. I just watched a few minutes of it, so I haven't gotten a chance to watch all that. But like at the beginning of it, like was he having a cookout or something at his house, or he was at a
Yeah.
cookout at someone's house? Was somebody over there? There was one of the guys was hitting a crack pipe?
Yeah, something like that. And it's like,
Well, who?
you know,
What? I mean, what? What are we doing here? Who was that?
I just don't. I think the Manziel had, you know, bad. Just I don't know. I feel differently about that one than I do. Not that I don't think that Manziel is a piece of insanity himself, but like Tim Tebow was America's darling, and you know, and to talk about like, oh, we had pressure to win, man. You were a Heisman Trophy winner. That's considered excellence, even though, you know, I think the award's kind of silly. It's still looked upon as you were the best player in football. If you don't like that kind of thing, then that's on you. Why are you playing the game anyway? You know, it's just kind of how I felt about it. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Tebow as a player because he was a great player. But to whine about it now, it's like, stop it.
Kentucky Durbin says expect a reference to hot dog water soon. You know what? You know, maybe we should just let him on here to run the show.
Who? Kentucky Durbin?
Yeah, we could just.
I don't think that Kentucky Durbin can speak in complete sentences, but there's
Well,
the link.
I have read some of Kentucky Durbin's translations here, you know, and I could pretty much I could verify that he can't.
Yeah. Anyway, the link is there if anybody wants to join us this evening. If you got a pick, have at it. Rob has an SEC bias, says, Begging Megan, when are you going to call in and start shit with Rob again? Begging Megan's an old man. I'm surprised he's up this late. I mean, he needs to take his Metamucil and go to sleep so he can poop tomorrow. That's about where he's at. Anyway, link is there if you guys want to join the show this evening. We'll have full reaction to the picks from over the weekend coming up on Sunday. And Jackpot, are we going to? You've already done your game by game with South Carolina. You want to do a game by game with Clemson together on Sunday, or since you've already done the South Carolina matchup?
Yeah, sure. I'm always up for some Clemson talk.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out.
My second favorite team.
You don't want to do it.
Twisted Rooster says, "Who is bigger trash, Urban or Hugh Sleaze?" God, have to think about that one for a while. Probably Hugh Sleaze. Probably Hugh. Yeah, because Hunter says because he was up front about his sleaze. Yeah, that's it. Big Barney Ross says it's hot in Knoxville. He's lost 20 pounds sweating. Okay. Biscuit bought 2 new mini helmets yesterday, Michigan and LSU. Good for you. I'm trying to get some stuff collected here. I'm in the process of I'm in the process of converting my father's old home to a man cave. Does that not sound crazy? So, like, it's not going to happen this year, but next year, Carolina Jackpot will probably be doing all the live streaming, the watching of the games, the reactions, all that stuff from my father's old house that I've going to be converting into a football cave that I have to travel to, which is a little bit crazy, but that will kind of keep folks here happy. The mascot Squishymallows. Yeah, my wife got those from me from her work. She's a manager at Burlington, and they get all kind of crazy stuff in. I think they were like $5 a piece. How far is it from my house? Probably about 20, 25 minutes. It's on the other side of Greenville. Yeah, I can go there, cook on the grill outside, get drunk, watch football. I have to install some TVs and clean it up and make it look like a place that you would want to, hang out and watch football at. Because right now, I mean, it just looks like old man. But I don't know what happened to. Rob. Would your dad be proud of you ruining his house? Actually, I'm going to fix it up, fucktard. So no, that's the opposite of ruining it. Where I'm from. So.
All right, so I have to explain. My new dog that I got is a puppy, first of all, but he's also deaf, like legitimately deaf. So even if we say something to him, he can't hear us. So we're working with him on things, but he likes to be close to me, and he ends up running through my computer cables and shit. And it's something that I'm working on. I'm not going to apologize for my deaf dog. I love doing this program, but he's part of the family now, and he's sorry. I'm sorry that it fucked everything up.
It's all good.
I will figure it out. But he is a legitimately deaf dog, and we're working with him to get him better. So there you go with that. I went and bought him a big Kong today, one of those big Kong chew toys, and that seems to work. I might start feeding him some bourbon there, Big Barney Ross, to calm his ass down, one or the other. But
I thought at first that you said you went and bought him a big dong, and I thought, well,
I didn't say bought him a big dong. I said Kong, you pervert. Jay says, let the dog out from under the desk. That's funny. Fireball says, does he know sign language? Look, we're working with him on some of that. Roll Tide says, no offense, but what's the use of a deaf dog? Can't bark at intruders, won't listen to you, correct him. Sorry, he is part of the family. And I do not appreciate that comment. See here.
Don't mistreat the dog. Hold on. Twisted Rooster says, Jackpot, what's your best Gamecocks bold prediction for 2023?
What do you have something or what?
I'm waiting on Jackpot. He's got a prediction.
Jackpot's over there dancing. I don't know.
My bold prediction is that Drew Tuazuma will have multiple sacks in the North Carolina game.
And by the way, just another comment too. I've put up with shit from Alabama fans, Tennessee fans, all across the board. We can deal with my deaf dog. So there you go with that.
To be fair, Rob,
what?
I'm sure there are a lot of like actual dogs that could hear that you could have gotten, and for some reason you like just picked the deaf one. Like what?
Look, it was we picked the dog that was deaf. It wasn't like I went there and said, "Hey, give me a dog that's deaf." It ended up we got him after the fact. Yeah, we got him. We're like, man, this fucker won't listen to nothing.
You probably didn't know he was deaf until something happened.
Deaf, so I got him home.
Oh man,
he was deaf. I'm dead serious. I have no clue.
They probably didn't know he was deaf at the animal shelter.
They didn't. We got him from the animal shelter, and they were like, it was basically they put these things out on their website where it's like, the following dogs will be euthanized. They're the next in line to get euthanized. So of course, I'm serious. On the Facebook page, every single they don't have enough room, Jackpot. So we go and we get
another one. You don't kill them.
Well, I'm with you on that, but the point is that we got the dog, and when we got the dog, it wasn't like we could just sit here and when we got here and it's like, hey, this motherfucker's deaf. Back to the shelter with you. Yeah, that shit's not working. Go on,
I mean,
fucko.
it's not a bad idea if we're being
Fuck
honest.
off. Fuck off.
Really not.
You know what? I'm not putting up with you tonight. You can sit there on hold for a minute. You can sit there on hold for a minute.
The biscuit
It's
says
not
this
like anything
dude,
you're saying is going to be fucking worthwhile. So you could sit there for a second.
the biscuit says this dude is always drinking. Yeah, I've got him on a training program.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to bring him back? We're going to leave it up to the chat room and Jackpot. Do we bring him back on there? On.
Yes.
All right. I'll bring him back on. You're going to be nice to my dog. Be nice to the dog.
I didn't call originally about the dog.
Apologize to the dog, sir.
What's its name?
Pluto. Apologize to Pluto.
All right, Pluto, get the dog up here. Get it up here.
I'm not bringing him in here because everything will get fucking shut down again. But just apologize and I'll play it. I will sign it to him later.
Okay,
Here's the sign language. That fucko, Rob has a Muschamp bias, is a dick, and he is sorry. I'll tell him that for
All right,
you.
I apologize to Pluto. But back to what I was going to call about. I've been keeping up with recruiting, and there have been some surprising schools getting some hits. I don't know if y'all keep up with it at all, but Missouri just got I think it was the number 3 player in the class for next year. I want to say Ole Miss got the number 12 or something. I think there's kind of a shift on maybe the mindset of some of these 5-star players, at least in this class specifically. It seems like a lot of them aren't really going to the traditional.
Well, I mean,
you
can probably a lot of it's got to do with NIL money too. I mean, there's NIL laws set up where certain things happen in certain states, and it just benefits them more financially to go to said school.
Is there a cap? Is there a cap on how much a school can spend?
It's in Missouri. It's a new law that. I mean, I've read pieces of it, but to sit here and say that I could be completely educated on it, I would be stupid. So maybe Jackpot knows a little bit more than I do. But I mean, they have favorable NIL laws now in Missouri, and it's helping out Eli Drinkowitz on the recruiting trail.
Well, hey, I mean, Eli Drinkowitz has been a really good recruiter ever since he's been at Mizzou. But I mean, it doesn't look like they really have gotten developed, and it hasn't really helped them a lot. Yeah, I know they beat the Gamecocks. Hasn't really helped them a lot. I mean, they've posted 2 losing seasons in a row. So either he needs to get some shit figured out, or he's going to be gone.
Well, he just can't get a damn quarterback. I mean, I don't care who you're fucking recruiting. If you're rolling out Joe Schmo from God knows where at quarterback, you ain't going to win shit.
The guys from the Mazodcast his name is Brady Cook, and they call him Brady. They call him Brady Toughheart.
But if we're being honest here,
but he has a 5-star heart and a 1-star arm.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the dude's really not good. That's honestly what.
Let me read Twisted Rooster's comment here, since he gave us the $10 super chat. Join the Pick'em Challenge today and win Jackpot and Rob's money. Well, it's everybody's money, but Twisted Rooster's a friend of the program. I was on his show on Monday night for a little bit, and
thank you, sir.
He's on board to come to our live show at Calloway's, which is coming up the day after Thanksgiving. So we're gonna have I mean, you live in Columbia, don't you?
Yeah. Well, right now I'm out in Pickens, but yeah.
Wait a minute, that's not Columbia.
well, that's like 2 hours.
No, my parents live in Columbia, so I go.
Well, you're gonna go down for Thanksgiving, right? Just stay fucking 2 nights, and you can come to the live show.
Well, I just said I was gonna try and come, didn't I? Damn it.
Well, I'm just saying you should come to the live show. The live show is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I came last time. I just didn't talk about the whole lot. That was when I was under the Tom Brady moniker, if y'all remember those days.
Why are you?
I do.
Kale, I had a question.
Gamecock Chuck's going to be at the live show. Dan.
Tell Dennis to leave that damn bulletproof vest at home. You don't need that thing.
DJ Toller says, take that shirt off, Carolina Jackpot. Love you, boo.
Damn, I appreciate the $10 super chat. Thanks a lot. But no.
By the way, we have auction items up for this show, including a bottle of Blanton's, a bottle of Eagle Rare, and a bottle of Weller that came straight from Big Barney Ross's personal selection. So,
Hey, if y'all
you can
haven't
get on
seen
that.
those bourbon reviews, y'all
Yeah,
need
they're
to get
great.
on. Oh, they're so funny. They're so
Big Barney
freaking
Ross,
funny.
literally, and this is not a joke. Our website, we don't post a lot on the website. I should write more on there because I mean I should. But
Big Barney Ross says this color looks like Charles Nelson Riley off Hollywood Squares.
Let me
I
Google
don't
that.
remember Charles Nelson
Let me
Riley
find
being
that.
on the match game, but I guess he was on Hollywood Squares too.
anyway,
That's
we
good.
do have the setup where Big Barney Ross is like I looked at the numbers. He's got over 20,000 people have read his bourbon reviews. So
I mean, they're hilarious. I read one. He said it was like fucking World War II jet fuel, and I just lost my shit.
yeah. Anyway, so some of his bourbon from his personal selection, and Levon Kirkland's going into the Hall of Fame, I believe, this year for the College Football Hall of Fame. He's agreed to sign a ball for us. So if you want a Hall of Fame football, we will have that. And I'm working on other stuff. If you have something, huh? Yeah, he played at Clemson. He was
He
on
can
the
write his name. That is impressive. You better get a hold of that ball.
He's a Hall of Famer, sir. Do we argue against that?
It don't matter. Clowney's probably going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm sure he will be. I'm sure. And I don't think he can write his own name.
No. Well, to get into the College Football Hall of Fame, you have to have a degree, so that's not going to happen. Clowney's not.
Jerome says, Jackpot, I seen Walmart had some Utz honey mustard chip dip. Have you tried it? I have. It's pretty good. Where exactly about Walmart? I mean, where was this Walmart located? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah.
Hey, do you do any of the hot spots in Pickens? I'm trying to find those.
We don't work them.
What were those flavors? What was that new flavor you said y'all had?
Mike's Hot Honey.
Yeah, where can I find that around Pickens?
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree.
It's on the top of the end cap.
Okay.
It's on the back aisle of the store. The Dollar Tree there, beside Save-A-Lot.
I got it.
You know what? I'm gonna put Jackpot on the spot here. I think that we should have a Jackpot box that we'll auction off at the live show.
There's nothing
have
but
Jackpots. No, to have like if you follow Jackpot on TikTok, by the way, he does all these reviews for these sodas and everything else. Have Jackpot's face.
Don't stop.
Yeah, and if he has like
you make me feel so good.
Hey, whatever happened to Rockabilly, by the way?
Three
Rockabilly,
points or whatever, and then somebody
has been too exhausted to do any food reviews lately.
You just gotta get out there, man.
Can we put together a Jackpot box, Jackpot, with your favorite Utz and some drinks? That could be fun.
Sure.
I think that'd be
There
a
you go.
good idea.
Jackpot
Maybe
on the top of it.
To really raise the bids, Kale, throw in the beef hat.
No, he's not.
No,
within the beef hat.
This is prized possession.
That's what I'm saying. It's for the kids, man. It's for the kids.
I can't.
The disabled kids.
Well, we could get a replica.
That's fair.
I'd even wear it around a little so you
I
can
think
get some Jackpot sweat in it.
Yeah, I think that's what we need. Maybe take it out to the lake.
I'm gonna get Dennis Wilson to auction off his Kevlar vest because he has to wear that. He'll auction off. He doesn't care.
Tell Dennis just donate a big rig. Doesn't he got plenty of them?
Ben Simmons says, "What's up, Kalester? Let us know how many games y'all are going to lose this year. 8 is the correct answer, but I'll hang up and listen." Ben jumping into the show. Ben is a legit 7-4, by the way. I wouldn't want to tangle with him.
We might lose 8 games over the course of 2 years. Now that I wouldn't argue against.
I don't think we're losing a game. I mean, to lose 8 games, we'd have to lose to Missouri, Kentucky, probably Florida,
SEC except for Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I mean that's just a delusional take. Dude needs to calm down.
Well, do you have anything else that you would like to add to the shows?
Yeah, last thing. I said us over 2,000. I'm coming to take the pot. The money's all mine, baby.
Ben Simmons will win before you will. LOL. Anyway, yeah, jackpot. It's we're at that time, man. Everybody's got to get in the damn contest.
Yeah,
So,
there are still some folks out there that I remember being in here from past years that are not in. Like neither of the people who've won the past 2 years. Who won it in 2019? Do you remember? Or 2020?
hold on, I can look. I guess I don't remember. Whoa! Didn't what's her name down in Charleston? Goodness gracious, a lady won it. That's who I remember. Some man, I got goodness gracious, I forgot her name. She's a sweet lady too down in Charleston, a big time Clemson fan.
Oh God,
Ben won 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember who. Sally. Sally won down in Charleston.
Mrs. Pete says, "Jackpot, can I join?" Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah, she gets the discount. We're gonna give her the discount with her. I mean, there is no Pigskin Pete channel without Mrs. Pete, so she gets in on the discount too, right, Jackpot?
She does not a verified college YouTuber, but go ahead.
Well, there you go. I'll throw the $5 in for her.
Compromising my scruples here.
There you go.
You're always twisting my arm, Rob.
That's what I do. I mean, I'm turning you into Santa Claus every goddamn day.
I know you're just making me a damn wind-up toy. Just take Jackpot, point him this way, and wind him up, and make him go the way you want him to.
The Gamecocks have been doing that for fucking ever. We just add a couple of beers.
No, they don't. They
Gamecock game, and you
fucking
flip the fuck out. They flip the fuck out. That's what happens.
They go the wrong damn way. They've been doing it for years.
Well, Jackpot,
500 overall record.
Jesus. Jackpot, do you have anything else you want to add to this week's show? We're going to be back at it on Sunday.
No, I'm just money just keeps pouring in. The old Venmo thing has went cha-ching several times during this show, so that's good stuff. I'm looking forward to college football this weekend. I don't know what I'm going to do special, and the wife was like, "Oh God, you're going to be loud all day long." I'm like, "No, I mean, it doesn't. Football's not till 2:30." I'm like, the Gamecocks don't play, but I still think I could get excited during some of these games. Which of these matchups you think is going to be the best matchup, like the closest game, Rob? I'm thinking that Ohio San Diego State game is probably going to be the best one matchup wise.
Yeah, I think that's going to be interesting. I kind of want to see the Notre Dame game just because it's in Ireland. I might watch the first 3 or 4 minutes of that, but I don't know. Harry Leg joins the show. What do you got, Harry Leg?
Not a whole lot. Let me make a suggestion. I think it would be fun if you could con Comrade into coming on with his infamous computer and run through the picks as a segment.
Is that computer? Does it still exist?
It does still exist.
It's still a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've still got it over here somewhere. But look, the big thing with Comrade is that Comrade has like 700 kids, and he is in Russia, so it's really hard for him to sit down and have time to get on the internet and do it.
He's very fertile.
He's very fertile, but he's also very out there. I would suggest if you want somebody, and listen, go subscribe to the Basement Bookie. You get full picks every week. If you want somebody else to have a different version there, Basement Bookie.
The reason that I brought it up is because I go back that far with y'all, and
well, thank you for that.
It was always fun sitting here listening to him run off his picks, and it was just fun to me.
I have to agree with Ben that Comrade has a lisp and doesn't know shit. Very good, sir. He does have a lisp that is the fact that he's able to speak in complete sentences amazes me. And his lisp is still
over here. I mean, why are you giving airtime to people who are making fun of other people? That's not cool.
I got made fun of all damn show about my deaf dog. What are you talking about?
Nobody's making fun of you no one's making fun of the deaf dog. Come on. This
Nah,
bunch has feelings over here.
No, they don't. There are no feelings over there. They're all savages. They're
nah,
all savages.
pet guy
That's
too.
what it
Though.
is.
Oh yeah.
All right. Anyway, all right. Well, Baylor man says stop mistreating the comrade. Well, remember the comrade said that Jake Bentley would get drafted higher than Deshaun Watson. Yeah. So there's that. All right. Well, Harry Leg, you got anything else for the
Well,
show?
he didn't
before we
say
go
in
here?
football, to be fair.
Fuck you. That's the next thing you'll tell me. God damn it. All right. What do you got for the show, Harry Leg?
That's about it.
All right, buddy. You have a great
Okay.
day.
Bye.
All right, there you go. All right, Jackpot. It's been a good show. We'll be back at it on Sunday. Thank you guys so much.
Before we go, I just want to state to put a pin in that. Jake Bentley has never been accused of some of the things Sean Watson's been accused of. And tomorrow night at 7 p.m., I will be on BVD, Big Vol Daddy's channel, doing a live stream with him and Sports Talk Jay of the Tennessee Vols community. So should be interesting. I like those guys. So we should have a fun show.
All right. Todd says I'm being an a-hole.
They
tonight.
might convert me into a closet Tennessee fan. What you think?
I don't know. Cocky's over there getting DP'd by a bulldog and a fucking Vol over there. I don't know how that happened, but right over your shoulder.
No, Cocky is Cocky's actually getting plunged by the bulldog, and he's currently dominating the coonhound, the Smoky dog. So that's what happened last year.
Yeah.
Georgia was on top of both of those teams, and it'll stay that way until something changes.
It's like the flags at Wrigley Field, right? Why not?
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Kind of like that. All right. As always, we appreciate you guys. Good luck in the Pick'em Challenge. We'll see you guys on Sunday.